Who thinks they know my name?
Mr. Murphy.
Mr. Murphy, that's right. My name is Stuart J. Murphy. Who knows? Now this time, raise your hand if you think you know. Don't just shout out, but raise your hand so I can see how many people know it. Who knows what I do? What do you think I do? What do you think I do?
You write books.
I write books. That's
Write
exactly right. Now, who knows what they call a person who writes books? There's a special name. I heard one of you use that word before when I came in. Who knows what they call a person who writes books? What do you think?
Illustrator.
Well, an illustrator is a very big and important word. An illustrator draws pictures in books. But who knows what they call a person?
Author.
You have to raise your hands. What do you think?
Author.
Author. That's exactly right. So the author, you're exactly right. And I heard others say that too. The author is the person who writes the books. And the illustrator is the person who does what? Do you remember? Draws the pictures in the books. And I work with lots and lots of different illustrators in my books. And so my books have pictures and words to tell stories. I put pictures and words together to tell stories. And so I brought Camille with me so that you can meet her because she's a little cutie, right? Isn't she cute? Yeah. Yep, and she often has a pink bow in her hair. Look at, she has a pink bow in her hair. In that picture, she has a pink bow in her hair here.
She has a bathing suit on.
She's going swimming, so her bathing suit is the same color as her coveralls. You're very observant. He said, "Hi, Camille. What are you building?" "A great big fort," said Camille. "I'm going to build a big fort too," said Carlos. So they're going to have two great big forts. Then Percy and Frida came along. "What are you building?" asked Percy. "A big fort," said Camille. "Me too," said Carlos. Well, Frida said, "I'm going to build a fort too. And mine's going to be bigger than both of yours." Percy said, "Mine's going to be the biggest of them all." So they're going to build forts, and they're going to build big ones. And it's going to be a really great job. They're all at the beach working away. Soon Carlos saw that his fort wasn't getting very big. Look at him. It's just a kind of small pile of sand. Frida's was so small that it didn't even look much like a fort. Percy's was still pretty small too. Then a big wave splashed up and washed everyone's forts away. They were all gone. They didn't know what to do. The forts were all
But they can
splashed
make
away.
another one.
"What if we all work together?" said Camille. "That way we can build one really big fort." "Good idea," said Frida. "Let's cooperate." Do you know that word, cooperate?
What is that doggy?
Can you say cooperate after me? Cooperate.
Cooperate.
That's very good. It's a very important word. Let's cooperate. Cooperate means working together. And so look at that. "We can be the big fort team," said Carlos. "Cool," said Percy. "Make a plan." And look at, there they are making a plan. All four of them are together making a plan. First, Carlos filled his pail with sand. Frida scooped with Camille's shovel. Percy dug with his own hands. And they piled up the sand, and when they did so, Camille patted it down. Work together. There they all are working together. Look at how hard they're working. Can you say that? Work together.
Work together.
Okay.
Work together.
And so then, Carlos filled the pail with more sand to make towers. Frida built some walls. Percy dug a moat around the outside. "Go team," said Camille as she raked the sand. Share the fun. Can you say share the fun?
Share the fun.
Share the fun. Cooperate. There's that word. Can you say it again after me?
Cooperate.
Cooperate. Good. That's a very important word to know, because you can see by their hands that they're all working together and cooperating. It was such a big fort that everyone stopped to look. "Who built that fort?" someone asked. "The big fort team," said Camille. "That's us," they all shouted. "That's us." And they all worked together to build the best fort that anyone had
You
ever
hit the
seen.
sand, but it didn't.
And look at this. This is everything that we were talking about in the book. Make a plan. I say make a plan.
I wish we could
Work together.
Work together.
Share the fun.
Share the fun.
Cooperate. One day, Turtle decided to make seaweed soup. He stirred and he stirred. Can you stir? He stirred and he stirred until it was perfect. Thick and green, gooey and slimy, stinky as can be. Turtle couldn't wait to have lunch.
Ew.
So watch this. He put down 4 things on the table. A bright red cup for gooseberry juice, that's what you drink with seaweed soup, a great big spoon, a napkin, and one of his nicest bowls. Let's count those things. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. But he has no more bowls, no more cups, no more napkins, and no more spoons. Well, he's gone the longest time when Clam says, you know, I think we better try the seaweed soup. Seagull says, I'm not touching that stuff. Crab says, it's too stinky for me. And so all of a sudden, Clam said, well, I'll have to try it. So she takes her spoon, she sticks it in the seaweed soup, she puts it up to her mouth like this, she opens up her mouth, she slurps it in, and she says, wow, that's delicious! And she said it was so good that everyone else tried it. Sandpiper tried it. Yummy, she piped. Delicious, squawked Seagull. Amazing, said Crab. They sipped and they slurped until the entire pot of seaweed soup was gone. What do they call a person who draws pictures in books?
Illustrator.
That's exactly right. Gosh, you guys are so smart. That's wonderful. So I write books, and I'm the author of 79 different books. And I'm going to read a couple of books to you today. I've brought a small pile of them. And I know you have a lot of my books here in your school already.
Make a plan, then work together, share the fun, cooperate. Now we're on a team together, we're all winners and it's great.
Yeah, he's silly.
I like Frida because she's really smart and she knows lots of things and she helps other people out. And I like, don't touch anybody. Down, down, down you go. Shoulders down their sides. Whew. Oh boy, you guys did a great job. You guys are great story listeners.
He also let me and my class sing the seaweed soup.
Where do you play with seaweed?
Down at the bottom of the sea, and I grab it to bring it back up. I usually dive underwater, but I usually go in shadow. One of them they made a tower, but the wave washed them out. Then there was 2 of them working together, and that went out with the food one, and it was yet. The food probably was on AJ.
Who's your favorite character?
AJ.
Why do you like EJ?
Because he's stuff with an egg, just like me. The Frida book. My favorite part was the dog barking. Because he read lots of stories.
What was your favorite story?
The seaweed soup one.
The seaweed soup. Was it funny?
Yeah.
Well, what made you laugh?
Because all his other friends didn't like the seaweed soup.
But then they ate it, right? Eventually?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome.